What is going on, y'all? Speaking of rabbit holes, Cole, I see you back there. I'll go ahead and bring you up.
Woo, get to
What's
start
going
it
on, man?
off. What's up? What's up, Steve? You a fucking bitch. Sorry, I just wanted to give it a nice, strong opening. What's up, my friend?
I was gonna say it must be pretty important. You were chopping at the bit to get up here, so just keep in mind that not everybody speaks whatever the hell it is we speak. So you're gonna have to translate it from whatever you are into human, so that people understand. But go ahead, man. You got the floor.
You sound slightly muffled, which is cool. We can talk about that later. Uh, Yesterday or was it the day before? Uh, Good guy, that little cocksucker, and John David, the murdering, racist piece of shit, called my work of my place of employment the other day. It was a very, very lovely call. Suzette, my manager, gave me a call and she told me that some weird sounding white man was trying to get me fired for being black. It was really, really weird. I didn't realize that being black was a fireable offense, but I mean, it was really, really intriguing that Steve wanted to reach me so bad that he called my job, not as if, you know, my internet is closed, I've got the Instagrams of I leave my YouTube wide open. But the council, they're cowards. And now I can say that I'm a victim with the other victims that have been stalked, that have been terrorized, that have been hurt. And I want to let you guys know, ladies and gentlemen, that just because these cocksuckers, these pieces of shit, these bitches, these motherfuckers that won't see me on the square will call places like my job, will do the same things that they've done to you. I stand strong. I started off because I wanted to tell you guys about my new initiative, Garbage Men Against Predators. And I really think that because of these pieces of shit, that I'm gonna have to go full force against predators like Steve and like John Davis, because they don't seem to want to stop hurting people's families, trying to take people's jobs, taking things to real life. Yeah. So I started off.
Well,
I sound good, I hope. And that's about it.
you're kind of broken up, but we can
Oh, I'm
understand you.
done. I was just saying that
But
was my opening.
if they were saying stuff about your race, dude, that's a big time. Like that's federally illegal. They could actually be in a lot of trouble for that.
And I'm hoping that they do. I mean, my job pretty much laughed it off. I mean, the crack use, that's a tough one. I mean, I don't do any drugs like that, so I don't have to worry about that. But to have your job ask you something like, do you do crack? I'm like, of course I don't do crack. I'm like, that's a weird thing. Is it because I'm black that they decided to tell my job that I do crack? I don't. I'm sorry, Bill. I don't understand racism as good as they tried to make it, appear. But I'm
Well,
trying to understand these racists.
what these total morons don't understand is how crazy they sound to regular people. Like they don't realize how fucked up in the head they are. Like they're that far gone. So they don't think there's anything wrong with what they're doing.
I almost feel bad for the people that pretend that these guys are their friends, the same way that they called my job that they're trying to affect my natural life. You know how you've got two lives, right? You hear on your YouTube, you say what you say, you feel what you feel. They're trying to bring this into real life, and I really find it problematic.
Yeah.
I hope my sound
Am I still
isn't
muffled?
cutting out on you. What I'm doing is I'm watching. No, you're good. It was me. I'm just making sure that when I
Okay.
speak, that the C on my name, that it illuminates so we can stay in sync with one another. I have a habit of not being in sync sometimes. And they're always like, oh, it's a different language. No, I just got a lot of thoughts, going through my head at one time.
Oh, no, I understand. I mean, I can understand you, but it's just uh, a lot of people can't. But you're doing good. You're doing good right now.
Hey, I've had years with you. I've shown you the damn universe, so I don't want to hear that shit about people that don't understand me. Almost everybody on this network right here has spoken to me once or twice. At least once. Maybe not twice.
Okay.
I'll probably hang out with you till about 15, and I'm purposely trying to not overtalk you. That's why I'm like stopping for a second, because I want you to speak too. This is not the Cole show. This is your
No, you're
show, and
fine.
I thank you for letting me be a guest
You're
on it.
you're fine. I don't. I'll give you a platform anytime. Um, like, do you know for sure which one of the psychotic weirdos it was?
It was John Davis and Steven Seichel. Yeah, they did it
Oh, both
live
of
on
them.
his
Oh,
crappy little show and then tried to delete it. It's okay. I mean, it's not like I wasn't going to catch it. It's not like I don't have people that are going to
oh, so
catch it.
you've got it. All right, cool. You, yeah.
Oh,
I
100%.
would.
It was hilarious. They spent all night calling sanitation facilities, and it was hilarious because all they had to do was ask me for my number. Call my phone.
Do they?
I
Do
can
they
visit
not
your
know
house.
that?
I mean,
Do they not know that all the sanitation places out where you live are owned by the mob still? I'm
don't
not
get me
kidding, man.
started with
Like,
that. Yeah, but you got to remember the good guy thinks he's either Jewish or Italian. He's any culture that's popular at the time except black. He'll never be black. I mean, I'm sure he wants to be in his
well,
mind
I
and
mean,
in his heart and in a red room where no magic happens.
I don't see any large groups of people accepting him.
Just the small, weird groups. And after what
I
recently
don't
happened today, I mean,
understand.
there's a lot of stuff.
I don't understand. I mean, they've only got, I mean, what, like 12 people that watch?
I call 9 because four of
Okay,
those
well,
are John Davis.
not very many, and this is why I don't really talk about John Davis. It's because if nobody talked about him, nobody would even know what they're doing, and
Yeah, but
it would be
for
better
me,
that way, you know.
I had to make it special because he sought me out in real world, not as if he would actually speak my name to me. He'll speak it in his private chamber with all
No,
of his little friends.
I'm not saying you shouldn't do
Oh,
something about it. I'm just saying in general, like, why even mention them in posts or whatever? That like nobody watches their shit, and they really want people to know what they're up to, or they wouldn't be doing it live. And if we don't, I mean, something like this, yeah, I get it, but on a day-to-day basis, why even acknowledge them? Why even watch them at all? You know what I mean?
well, I'm hoping that someone that's really being harmed or someone that's truly being stalked is going to step up. That's part of the reason I'm creating this initiative because sure we can stay quiet about it, but staying quiet about it hasn't really done anything and stopped them in any way, shape, or form. In fact,
Well, neither has
what it's
talking
done
about them. I
is
mean, it just the more
Mhm.
attention they get, the
Sorry.
worse they get. I mean,
Yeah,
look,
but now
most
it's
of the
directed
people
at me,
listening right now,
none of you guys.
what
I
say
said
what now?
now it's directed at me though, and none of you guys.
What are you talking about?
So that should help. Their directives, their motions, what it is that they're trying to do. Now it's
I'm
specifically
not
me,
saying you
and
shouldn't.
that means I get to
I'm
help.
not saying don't. I'm not saying don't do something about it. What I'm saying is the majority of the people that are listening right now would not even know who John Davis was. You know what I mean? This is what they want. They want these reactions. And I'm not saying you shouldn't do something about what they've done to you. You absolutely should. Um, but this is all they have. This is their only goal. is to upset people. And if we don't spread it
Valid point
around, then
indeed.
people don't get upset.
Very true. It's been what, almost 3 years since this all started. I don't normally make a big deal about these things, especially with the validity of your point. But this does need to stop. Perhaps
It's not
now
going
would
to.
be a great time
As
to.
long as they're not going
I'm
to
listening.
stop. They're just not. Especially not when they're getting attention.
I see. I actually respect what you said to me on that one. Perhaps I'm going about this one the wrong way. And it's not that it's the wrong way, but no matter what I say, it's not going to change anything about these people. They have nothing else in their entire lives. Their families are worthless. Their homes are disheveled and out of shape. All they have is this. That's a really good point. I can't beat that. I worked 12
Exactly.
hours today. I don't think they know what that is. John Davis can't even wash his table. It's
Right.
been 2 years, John.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is all they have. I mean, it's sad and
Mm,
pathetic. Um,
wow.
but the more attention they get, the more they're not going to stop doing it. But this is exactly what they want,
Mm,
and just it's not hard to stop watching these fuckers. If you don't know what they're saying, you can't be upset by it. I mean, they called your job, so you should absolutely do something about that. And I don't think you're wrong for letting people know. But what I'm saying is, like, on a day-to-day basis, I mean, it's giving them the attention gives them exactly what they want, and the more they get what they want, the more they'll do it.
mm. In 15 minutes, the council has been decimated. Wow. I'm glad I'm not a council member. Thank you so
They
much,
were
Bill.
already
In these 15
they
minutes,
were
you got a
already
lot. You got a lot
decimated, man.
accomplished.
They were
Wow.
already decimated.
I think this is a good way to start the show.
I think
Now
it. I mean,
it's
I do
almost
too.
6:15. Yeah. No, I just
I,
I was
I
really, came in a little hot and you cooled me down.
I think it's hilarious how they call themselves the council, but like they have you said 9 people at the most watching them at any given time. Like they are accountable to nobody except what the 3 or 4 that are actually on the council. Like nobody listens to them. I mean, as far as nobody listens to them, as in respects what they say. Like that's how deluded these people are. And trying to go at them from a way of common sense will not work because they don't have common sense.
That's the part that's been just wrecking me of sorts. Because when you have like a disagreement or a quarrel or anything of that sort with someone, normally you converse it. You say what's on your mind, they say what's on their mind, rah rah rah, you move on. They can't move on because there is no on to move. Even with the calling of my job, we kind of laughed. They kind of laughed at me about it. They said, "This is not the first time this guy is called." Let's just say I've been called a lot. The being black thing was weird. I never expected somebody to try to take my job, for race, but that was a nice one. I kind of laughed
Well,
at that one because if I got fired for
that
that one,
really
I'd be a
is
rich man right now.
that that is big time illegal. I mean, and I don't necessarily agree with hate crime laws, but they are a thing. And over the last several years, they have been enforcing them pretty hard. So there's an avenue for you.
Yeah, but John Davis has circulated two different videos of things that I don't want to say out loud on here twice, and he still carries on as bright as today is Saturday. I've reported it. I reported it a lot because I didn't want to see that.
Well, I mean, you got to report it to somebody besides YouTube, though.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at now. Maybe YouTube may not be the right avenue for John Davis and his CP. I'm sure you still got it, John, don't you? Or did you give it to
See,
CMN?
John Davis tries to feel people out. When John Davis and I used to talk, like he would send me links of like Facebook accounts, whatever, that he would say, these are covers for child porn. Help me report them. And I don't know whether they were or not. I was like, I would never open them. But the last time he did it, he sent me, it was nothing illegal, nothing you wouldn't see in a swimwear ad for children, like 5, 6-year-old little girls in bathing suits. For whatever reason, he had to send me like 5 or 6 pictures. Like it would have only taken one to get me to get the point across. But see that's in prison. Somebody needs to FOIA his prison records, like his disciplinary reports when he was in prison. Because in prisons, these psychos, fucking chomos, they will get like a Sears catalog, whatever, that has children's swimwear in it, and like they will take those pictures out and get off on them. And something else these weirdos do is they try to feel people out. You know, like they make a kind of a sick joke or whatever, and see if the person laughs or whatever. And they kind of groom you to see if you're into the same thing they are. You know what I mean? And that's how they find their kind. And I think that's because I wasn't the only one he sent those pictures to. And I think that's what he was doing. He was trying to feel us out to see how we would respond, um, so we could find more Chomo buddies.
And find them he did. Won't say the man is a failure. I mean, he certainly got that bitch Steve. Uh, as I reached to a close, I had also availed myself to you and all of the wonderful listeners to let Steve know, like the bitch that he is, he could have came on this show. Problem is, Steve, nobody likes you. And people
Oh,
like me.
Steve, I want Steve to come up here. I've been trying to get him to have a
You and me
conversation
both.
with me, but he won't do it.
Uh, it was last year, about the month of May. I had requested for Steve to let me, let us have a little exhibition. Will I have broken his jaw? Yes. Would I have popped his knee out? Easily. But all he had to do was accept a match. The reason he called my job is because he still doesn't want this exhibition. I would treat it like an exhibition because I can tell that a person like Steve has never actually had a scuffle, besides the drunken one that he's got a record on. Hey, Steve, I know that you drunk driving piece of shit. I know a lot, Steve, but I just want to talk a little shit. Maybe get his ire. Maybe you guys will call. Maybe he'll call my job again with his KKK flag or some shit. Weird motherfucker. Never think you're gonna take my job because of the color of my skin. Didn't you hear Martin Luther King? Dumb fucks.
And that's the thing. They think that what they did is totally logical, and they think they are in the right with it. That's how far gone they are, and that's what we're up against. You can't. Uh, they can't be reasoned with like reasonable human beings because they are not reasonable human beings. And if you are a reasonable human being, you really can't get your mind around it.
Reminds me of the negotiator with Sam Jackson, where he said we do not negotiate with terrorists. I didn't
Yeah.
realize the significance of that until I dealt with these individuals. There's nothing I could say I could beat them mercilessly. I mean, it wouldn't even be a problem. But really, all that would do is get me charges. And then I'm no better than John Davis.
Well, I mean, it depends on
And
how
I
you
don't want
go
to be
about it.
that.
But if you're gonna do something like that, don't announce it on YouTube.
Yeah, I didn't announce anything. All I announced is my initiative. Again, garbage men against Preds. I feel as
I
though that
like it.
might be a better, yeah, just a better utilization of my resources. Because I don't like Preds. Can't stand chomos. John Davis hate his fucking guts because he's a chomo. And what Steve said to the little 8-year-old, yeah, I technically caught 2 Preds. I'm beating Ryan right now.
That's not hard.
But I don't want to mess everything up. I know there's a million things we can say about Ryan right now and his silence, but we're not going to talk about that, guys. My credit card might get declined. I don't want to. I'm going to save that for the next person or even you, because you probably had a subject that you
Yeah.
wanted to talk about. I just wanted to give you 30 minutes of my time because I like you. I think you're great.
Well, I mean, something big like this, people do need to know um, what kind of like when it's something big. I think people do need to know about it so that they know exactly what what they are, But really, the best thing is just for everybody to stop fucking watch, just unsubscribe. And if somebody says something about somebody else, don't. If they don't want to watch it, don't keep sending them clips and getting them upset. You know what I mean? It serves no purpose other than to get people upset, and that's exactly what they want. You're
And
every
at
time
the
that
end of it,
happens, you're playing right into their hands.
and the worst part is I don't feel any better because they're not going to stop. They have nothing. But I needed this conversation to happen so I can really feel it in my soul how worthless these individuals are, and how no matter what any
Sure.
of us do, they will continue to be the miserable people that we know them as. Because good people
Yeah,
change,
they're
bad people can't.
they're not they're not going to stop. Um, they're just not going to, and the more people keep feeding into it, and again, something big like this, people need to know what kind of scumbags they are. But um, it's out now. I'm just saying from the day-to-day stuff, acknowledging them at all just gets them off. And that's exactly what they want. I mean, given enough time, and it's going
Uh,
to take more than 2 days, but
Point well
given
taken.
enough time of being completely ignored, they're still going to get together and, have their bullshit little council. They're not going to stop doing that um, because it's all they have. It's their social life. Um, but the more people feed into it and the more upset they know it makes people, the more they're going to do it.
It's probably why I watch you out, man. Because you don't really do the same stuff you used to do. You do better stuff.
No.
Windmills and
I see.
hurricanes.
You're right. I don't. I mean, I used to be the guy, and one other person I won't mention that. Everybody came to me with all this shit now. Um, so I know who's talking in other people's ears because they're the same people that used to talk in mine, and I know how it is. Um, they want you to say this, that, and the other, but they don't want it to come out of their own mouth. Which is, I understand that on some things, but um, and I'm telling you, when I stopped doing it all the time to these people, they don't hardly talk to me anymore. You know what I mean? So they don't really have your back.
Ah. Well, you of all people should know that I'm that weird guy that sends you messages at 2 o'clock in the morning for no reason. Because
Well, I'm
I
awake at
can't.
2 o'clock in the morning, so that's all good. But
Yep. 4:50 is your rest time. Usually 4:58.
that's oddly specific and terrifyingly correct. Yeah, you're right. I don't go to bed till usually after the sun comes up, about 5 a.m. Unless I'm going to sit up
Well, I
and watch the
start.
sunrise. That's later, but hey,
That's
what's
usually
up,
how I start
Jamal?
my shift. Because remember, my sunrise is, well, 2 hours. Would that be after yours? Yeah. No, before.
After?
Because the time is 6:27 right now.
No, yeah, you're right. You are you do you're on the coast, so yeah, you do get it a little while before I do because
Yeah,
you're
so I'll
east of
watch
me.
yours and then I will usually watch mine. Remember, I tried to get you the bottom of the smiling. What is it? The smiling moon. I just missed it. The Gotham
Yeah,
Bridge got in the way.
yeah, we had too much cloud cover for us to see it here, unfortunately.
Few benefits of working outside is you see all those crazy stars and planets and stuff.
Yeah.
But I've got about 2 more minutes. I didn't want to take too much of your show, and I also want to listen to you.
Oh,
So this is
you're fine.
my last few. Yeah, I never like to go too long when it comes to that because it's a moving show. We got to keep the parts going.
And the link is the link pinned this time? Because last time I thought I pinned it, it wasn't pinned. I don't know if it was my fault. And StreamYard switched everything around again, so I had to fucking re-find everything real quick.
I
But
didn't hear
the
anything
link's
you just
pinned.
said.
The link should be pinned if anybody else wants to hop up here. If it's not, I'll grab another link.
Well, guys, that's my 30. Let me just before I go, I want to see if anybody said anything on chat so I could say. Can I even see chat? Oh man, wait. May I ask, Cole, how did they attempt to use your race against you for your job? They said, well, it was not they, it was John Davis. He called my job and said, the black man, the black man that does crack. You need to check the black man that does crack. You'll hear it. If I can't find a link because he's a bitch and he deleted it, but I'm sure somebody's
Well,
got
I
to have
mean,
it.
and since he
I'm not telling
accused
you
you
guys to
of
listen to it.
smoke,
Yeah,
is
of
my mic
smoking
better now,
crack.
y'all?
Yes, it is, sir.
I mean, that is defamation. If you really wanted to push it, since he said that you smoke crack and you don't smoke crack, especially since he said that to your boss, which could have cost you your
Yes.
job, and because they put it on fucking YouTube, that's that is slander.
Hmm.
I mean, John Davis. Well, no, he brags about owning that house, so I mean, John Davis don't have much to take, but fucking take whatever he's got, make him think about it.
Well, there's 6 cars that don't move. His filthy, dingy table. His sockolith. He's got nothing I want. I wouldn't even want his filthy mom he doesn't turn over. He's got nothing for me.
No, but it means something to him. And if you can take that away because of his actions, uh, you know,
I'd like to take his YouTube. If I could have anything, I'd like to take his YouTube and force him off of it permanently. Take Steve with you too. Yes, Gen A,
well, I mean,
that is a hate crime.
that's something else you could put in a lawsuit is that he has to terminate his channel.
I'm gonna when Julian Duran defeated Thomas Fellows of CPP in the lawsuit, I'm sorry, the settlement, he was never supposed to talk about that case again. That was what the lawyer stated. He's broken that several times. Kind of like a old chomo boy went on kidsgap.com when his mom went to go get pig down. Without saying too much. Again, there's a lot of stuff that we can talk about, but I want to let it marinate.
I got you.
Yeah.
And look, I mean, I don't do as much as I used to, but I'm still doing things. I just don't talk about it. There's been things, there's been little things happen to Steve here lately that he doesn't know I'm the cause of it, but it's just little things here and there that eventually drive people insane. I don't think he's smart enough to figure out what it was, but yeah, I'm not just chilling all of the time. I do actually do stuff that hopefully has an impact. I just don't talk about it.
I'm not going to be like good Tard and say, hey, tell all of your criminal endeavors. No, bro. I'm happy to staying quiet. Like, I don't want anyone to know. I just want to keep going.
Most of it is not criminal. But it's just better that sometimes that they don't know where it's coming from. I mean, obviously, if they blamed it on somebody else, my favorite
it's
flowers?
Fun to get. No, but what are your favorite flowers? You kind of seem like
if you send me flowers, I'm going to be upset. I like orchids and I don't know. I'm not really a big flower guy. I like orchids and black roses, I guess.
What'll make you guys laugh is I love sunflowers. I went to a garden like 30 miles away just to take pictures of sunflowers. I think they're beautiful.
Dude, we've got big fucking fields of them around here.
It says that I abused my body in my 20s so my hips don't lie. That's not what it says. But the dollar sign on it said, so my hips hurt. I'm sorry, I have a habit of reading the chat because you guys are great. Everybody that's here, VS Veronica, Ghost, CTRL, Community Cardio, just thank you guys. CWS may not be my show, but damn it, I want you guys to know I appreciate you. Yay.
My show is your show, man. Don't worry about it.
I always hear that. They be like, you're a good guy. That means I won't do stuff to you. Come on, VS Veronica. We can be serious tomorrow. Cardio said his hips don't lie. I believe, and you know what? I'm willing to believe that.
I think my hips are about the only part of my body that's still good. I don't have any hip. Well, I will now that I've said I don't have hip problems, but my knees are shot. My spine is shot. I shoot my dick as much as possible. Yeah, pretty much everything else. My hips and my dick are about the only thing that I could get any kind of resale value for.
So you said she laid you down crawl style and just made it do what it do? I respect that, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, NTF asked, was that okay to do? What did you do with your hips, young lady? You said you moved them like Elvis? Wow. And we're not talking fat Elvis. We're talking, good Elvis when Marilyn Monroe was young. Was that 1965? I was born in 1985, you guys.
Oh my God, you're a young pup still. Compared to me.
I'm 40, damn it. But that's hard reading chat, not that. See, everybody got their head in other places. I was talking about reading chat. That's all. What? Wow, graduated in '89. I mean, I do like older women. Hey, Jim Bay, talking to you. Wait. Too white with no ass to twerk. Ah, when I first met Jen Bay a couple of years back, I didn't know she had a chocolate nipple, and ever since then, I fell for her over and over again. It's chocolate.
Chocolate. How do you not love chocolate nipples?
It's just one. The other one is all disheveled and miscolored. I don't know. I'm just talking crap. For sure. Well, they say a G-MILF. Oh, total G-MILF. What?
You guys are perverts.
I'm listening to With Ghosts in a metal band because I'm a death metal head, and I've been a death metal head since I was 13 years old.
His band is awesome.
How did you like my insane bumping of Swept to Sea? I've given him hella views, bro. I did that for you.
For me.
Well, for Jack Enemy, but.
Oh, right on. Yeah.
That's a damn good band.
Yeah, they are. I listen to them a lot too.
And I don't want anybody to think that I'm saying Swept to Sea just because it's some random band. They're actually one of my favorite bands right now.
Well, they are really good. Tour. Yeah, for those of you that don't know, if you've seen Sea Monkey Jeff camming around, that's his boys band. They are taking off and going places. So
they said that they may come to Jersey. It may not be like this year, but if they do, oh man, I'm buying them a hotel room.
I'm buying them cocaine. Actually,
young,
I'm told that they don't do anything like that. So
to hit them highs, nah, man. And they hit some guttural highs, and they hit some phenomenal lows. Nah, they got to stay on point when it comes to that.
Yeah, drugs will fuck up a band faster than anything.
Oh yeah, almost every of my favorite singers / growlers got kicked out of the band because of drugs. And there are quite a few on my list. They just keep getting kicked out. That means due to drugs, and don't be in a death metal band. You'll enjoy life more. Don't listen to that.
You can hang out up here if you want to. It's up to you. But before I forget, when I titled this "Wabbit Holes." I don't want to give the actual channels out because we have enough fucking crossover between this community and whatever community they're from. And I'm trying to stop that from happening. So I'm not going to name the names of any channels. But when Mitch sent that 14-year-old up here and then tried to say I did it, like immediately, there are people, and I don't know if the person that I've been talking to since that happened knows, because they haven't. I've asked them, but they haven't answered me back yet. I don't know if they're going to, but I don't know if they know Phoenix Enigma or John. I don't know. And I don't want to say his name on here either, but that day, right after that live was over, Mitch had that 14, which we found out people were saying it was somebody named Toasted. I don't really know who that is, but it's not him. They found out that it is an actual 14-year-old boy, and they found somebody found this kid's YouTube channel. That's how we know it's not this other dude they said it was. And they also have somebody in. People say, oh, there's no kids in Mitch's Discord. Mitch has more than one Discord, plus a couple other platforms where he has very young kids in there. I've heard as young as 11. Not seen any proof of the 11-year-old, but I've heard about 12-year-olds, and we know for a fact this 14-year-old. But anyway, this person hit me up under an alt, and I was suspicious at first because the alt account was only, it's called Hoax Wars Creep or Mitch Richmond Creep, something, I don't know, calling my creep, but the account was like 13 seconds old when I looked at it, so I'm like, oh, it's probably still one of them. But I went ahead and entertained it, and they gave me an email address. I emailed them, and I've heard this person's voice. It's not that kid, but they sent me a bunch of stuff. Um, I don't want to put it out publicly, but like all the stuff that John showed, um, they the same picture and everything. But they also showed me like where Mitch is another one that doesn't pay his bills because he has judgments, outstanding judgments against him. And I don't believe John showed that. So if anybody wants proof that I have this information, you can hit me up. I'm happy to send it to you. I just don't want to make it public. What you guys do with it after, I don't care. Um, but yeah, I gave that person the phone number for ICAC because, I mean, we all saw the one, or at least most of them saw the one where he was sexualizing that 16-year-old girl. But she's not the only one, and it gets worse than what he did to her. But he's been reported to ICAC. I don't know. It takes ICAC forever to get anything done, and I don't know anything more than that. Um, but anyway, the Wabbit hole. I've looked at probably about a dozen different channels where these people are all interconnected. They're all psychos. They all accuse each other of killing Isaac Cappy. They all accuse each other of being chomos. Um, and it's a huge, deep fucking rabbit hole. And
especially on Friday
I
nights. I know you've heard about the
I, I
cheerleaders on
don't
Friday nights at CMNs, right?
I've heard about CMN
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, I won't watch his channel, but I've heard about what he shows on there.
Certainly not. Or his alt channel. The alt channel is far worse. Before I drop down, Bill, we did have a kid on your show one time. The reason I'm bringing this to light before I dip out is because what we did is we chatted for a second. The group, it was early in the morning, and the child said, "I'm what is it? I'm 14," and everybody said, "Whoa, we thank you for being here. We
That's
thank you for joining us, but we can't keep you." That's
yeah.
what you do
Anybody that says they're underage gets kicked immediately.
immediately. It wasn't. It's not like we're mad at you. You're not in trouble. This is just not the place for you. That's it.
Well, be
Just
kind.
goes to
You
show
have
you.
not seen what I've seen, and if you want to stick up for that, you don't belong here either.
Bill, thank you for having me at
If that's the
6:45.
real
I
be
took a
kind.
little time extra. I am slipping out.
No, you're good, man.
Everybody, I'll be on chat. Yeah, it's my time. Thank you, Bill.
All right, man. Take it easy.
All right, later. Sound good. Sound good.
Be kind. That the video there's more than one video of Mitch sexualizing that 16-year-old girl. Probably most of the people here have seen that. I don't have the ability to screen share. The links have been actually the links. I think well, I don't remember if it was this channel or my old one, but the links have been posted to some of it. I think it's funny how people will claim to be all about the kids and we don't like chumos, but then they go and defend somebody like that. I don't get it. A lot of phonies around here too. Ain't no problem, Cole. Anytime. What's going on, OJ? Fuck you all. I'll agree with that. I mean, I can't hold your hands. That video of him sexualizing. And the guy, the girl's dad was up here. I don't really know him. People make the argument that he's also a piece of shit. I don't know. I don't know him. But even if he is, that doesn't change the fact that his daughter was sexualized at 16 and harassed to no end. So the proof's already been shown. I can't hold your hands. I can't help it if you missed it. Why are people saying that envy cap, saying they want envy cap, aka I don't. They don't want Alex removed from the internet. They just want him to probably. Well, I can't speak for any of them. I don't really know what they said, but I would imagine they probably just think Alex should probably separate himself from Envy Cap because of the current status of things. Would be my guess. I don't know. I can't speak for them. I don't know what they said. I don't think anybody wants Alex removed. He's one of our favorites, if not the very favorite catcher. So nobody wants Alex removed. At least none of the people you mentioned. I think they just want him to separate himself from Ryan. And really, it's not a. But the stuff that's come to light lately, it's not a good look. But they have a contract. There's money involved. I've never seen that contract. I don't know what it looks like. So it's possible that Alex might be stuck there because of a contract. I do not know. Society's finest. There you go. If you guys like metal, they really. I'm not just saying that because I like with Ghost. It's because they're a real. They are. Man, I just lost my. I can't talk. They really are a good band. I dig them. So if you're so inclined, go ahead and run and give him a sub real quick. We'll wait for you. What's up, Annoyed? If that's the real Annoyed. The link should be pinned. If it's not, you guys can let me know and I'll pin it if somebody wants to come up. But I mostly was going to talk about the like how deep that whole rabbit hole goes with hoax wars, and it's just insane. I really don't want to start throwing their channel names around. I've not seen anybody in the live streams that I've watched, but we have enough fucking weirdos because of the crossover we have. I don't want to bring any more in. And I think that chatting in there, usually when somebody new chats in their stuff anyway, They accuse them of being Daniel Dowd or Mitch, or they usually first accuse it of being somebody, and then there's a couple of them that are convinced that Daniel Dowd and like people that they mention names that I've never heard of. I don't know who most of them are, but uh, they say that Dowd is breaking into their house and stealing their computers and shit that had all their evidence on it or whatever. It's just, and it's not like it's one or two. Like I've personally seen probably about a dozen channels, and I'm sure that there's more than that. And yeah, they all accuse each other of. One of them accused, and I do not know Phoenix Enigma. Um, one of them accused him of killing Isaac Cappy, but they all accuse each other of killing Isaac Cappy, and they all accuse each other of being chomos and having these big CP rings around. I've seen no proof. It's always just been people talking, kind of like here, but played the most of it. I can't. I don't have any way to screen share. If somebody that can screen share wants to come up, I'd be happy to hook it up. But I'm not. I don't know what video you're talking about. I don't want to. I don't want to snipe his views either. So if he's cool with it and somebody that has the ability, hey, what's up, Shauna? Wants to come up and play it, we can do that. Yeah, I don't really know the truth about. Like I know who Isaac Cappy was, but and I officially his death is listed as a self-deleting thing, I think, but I don't know. Yes, CWS. I'm usually like 10 seconds late for your live streams, but yeah, I've seen most of it. CWS makes music videos, but yeah, somebody could definitely link CWS's channel. There we go. Looks like Cole got it. Cascadia Wood Chipper Society. I haven't seen, does Damone have like another new channel? Because I haven't seen anything pop up for him. I'm pretty sure, unless maybe that's one of the channels I never got resubbed to on this account. Yeah, I still listen to the same stuff. Like Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, Black Sabbath. I've been listening to them since I was very young, and I still do. What's the problem with Warbot? He seems mad at me. He probably is. I don't know. I haven't seen him say anything. He's mad at me because and I'm not saying that I approve of or stick up for anything Anthony did. Uh, but Warbot had more to do with that than he wants to admit now. And the reason I'm pissed is because he showed us these messages between him and Anthony, but he cherry picked them. Anthony played the voice messages, and Warbot was encouraging him to do most of that stuff. And then when it went south, Warbot's acting like it was all Anthony. And I've said as much. That's probably why. If he's running his mouth, that's probably why. Why do people that have been charged, convicted of either child abuse or women abuse hang around this community? Yeah, I've asked the same question. I think some of it is like they know that this so-called community is supposed to be against all that stuff, and they get off on being here because it's like they're getting away with something. Because there are an awful lot of wife beaters around here. Or they want to act like we catch predators. You can't say anything bad about somebody that catches predators. I think we have a lot of people around here that are just total pieces of shit, and they want to pretend like they're not, either for themselves or for everybody else. But yeah, there are an awful lot of them. I mean, we've caught an awful lot of a lot of you weren't around for Jeep Man, and God, there's been a bunch of them. And Ed was always either Ed or me was the first. It was usually somebody else that discovered it, and then they would bring it to us, and they don't want to. Understandably, you know, sometimes they just need a platform, and they'll come up and do all the work, or sometimes they uh, just don't want to take the chance on somebody seeking revenge, which is totally understandable. I will always, if you got proof that somebody's a chomo or a wife beater, um, I will put that shit out there and never mention your name if that's how you want it. But I mean, it was always either Ed or me was the first to publicly call these people out, usually because somebody asked us to. Then come to find out, fucking Ed's boat. Ed's. I never actually listened to the calls between Ed and his wife, but I'm told she said he was an abusive asshole. And then we find out that he had fucking CP on multiple devices. And I think we have a lot of predators that watch this stuff, specifically the catchers, uh, so that they can learn what to watch out for. Bill knows, yeah. Um, Community Cardio's ex-old lady was adamant that he never laid a hand on her like that. And yeah, that's another issue is false accusations. You know, you guys know that I got no love for Kevin, but Jonathan came up here. I think he thought that because I don't like Kevin, that he could get away with accusing him of raping another man. Uh, but I took that stream down immediately. I kind of was offended because I asked Jonathan if he had any proof, and he said no, but he named a name, which turned out to be a real person. I think he was going to get that person to come up and say some stuff. And then when Jonathan got caught, he tried to say, "Oh, it was to deflect for Christie," which makes no sense. Um, it's that was another bullshit. All that motherfucker does is lie, lie, lie. That was another deflective lie to save his skin. Oh, well, I'm standing up for somebody we all like, so it's okay. No, it's not okay. Well, yeah, Lisa, this community used to actually be about the victims. It's just not anymore. No, it's about grifters and just being generally ugly people inside and out. You guys notice this community is a lot smaller than it was 2 years ago. A lot of people are just gone. Is the girl? Damn it, it moved. Is the girl? Is the girl hoax was talking about the daughter of teen model website owner, and also said he bought a camera one time that had CP on it. I don't know anything about the camera. Um, but yeah, same person. And again, he might be a scumbag. I don't know. I've only talked to him once when he came up here. But even if he is, it doesn't change that his 16-year-old daughter was being sexualized. Whatever that guy did, and if there's proof of any of it, it should be out there. But it doesn't change the fact that somebody sexualized his 16-year-old daughter and harassed her to no end. I don't know anything about him buying a camera with CP on it. I see. I don't watch as much as I don't watch stuff like you guys do, so I miss a lot. And he knew it had CP on it. Well, if he knew it had CP on it, like why is he telling Beast? I don't know enough about the story. Like why would you be on YouTube telling people about it? Hate to say this, but for a community to exist, we need to divide it up amongst those that want dollars and exposure and those who are team convictions. Yeah, that CWS, I kind of have the same thought on that, but it'll never work. You can't get people to cooperate like that. He claimed he was buying it undercover to turn it into the FBI. Okay, well, I don't know. That kind of answers my question: is why would you be talking about that unless you were trying to do something like if he knew somebody owned that camera that was into the stuff, and I mean, how would he know it was? How would he know that the CP was on there though? And I don't know. I just it doesn't make sense. What's up, FCC? Alex's team are gagging. Why? Oh, is it another fucking adult diaper wearing weirdo? Right on, Christy. We'll wait for you. Chomo adjacent. I like that phrase. I saw that a couple days ago. I don't know who came up with it, but it's oh guys, if you go to the go to my dramagram channel, FBC underscore lies, I think. Um, if you look at the stories, I found what I believe to be Christy because this girl, she's from the United says she's from the United States. Says she's an older girl, and has three titties, and she's blonde. So I don't really know for sure that that's Christy, but I think it could be. Jesse got the guy. Okay. I feel better about it now. I think he was his brother-in-law arrested. Okay, so that would explain how he knew the guy had CP. Well, I mean, if that's true, then good. Yep, control. You heard me right. Three titties. Three titties adjacent. Look, I am nobody to kink shame, but that whole adult baby thing. I mean, I like some weird shit, but that, uh, yeah, yeah, not my thing. Yeah, I don't understand the poop fetish stuff either. Also, not my thing. I'm not into peeing on people or playing with my poop. Or yeah, are you seriously calling Ryan the adult baby a creep? We're talking about Alex's catch. Hey, what's up, Dead Twist? I guess Alex has a catch on locals right now, and they caught an adult that wears diapers as a fetish. We're not talking about Ryan, but he's more like an adult toddler. Right. Speaking on Ryan, he's more of an adult toddler than an adult baby. It's insane. Peeing on people is apparently a big fetish, but I just don't. The foot. Yeah, I can't talk. Squirrel. The foot fetish is like the most popular fetish, but I'm not into feet either. Like feet don't do anything for me, and I don't like my feet messed with. Yeah, that whole thing with Ryan hitting up Ed. I mean, Moon was already deceased, so what's it matter if she gets doxxed? But for me, the bigger issue is that by the time Ryan hit up Ed, everybody already knew who Big Moose was. So I think Lion Ryan is lying about that too. And like of all the people that he could have reached out to, he reached out to Ed. It just doesn't make sense. Yeah, Reagan fucked up the whole. Back in the 80s, Reagan closed all the insane asylums, and now these people are out on the streets. Yeah, definitely need to make insane asylums great again. I'm not. I don't watch. When I was younger, I looked at porn quite a, more than I should have probably. But I really just it doesn't really interest me anymore. Like if somebody sends me something, I will usually watch it because it's usually something hilarious or gross. Um, but yeah, porn is it's just not it's not good for you. It like whatever weird shit you're into, it causes you to build expectations, and then if you ever happen to get, and trust me, guys, a real girl, like there's no substitute for the feeling of real boobies. Like you can't, no amount of porn in this world can top that. You spend all your time jerking off to porn, you're not out there trying to find a real girl, and you'll never know what it's like. And trust me, it's way better. But if you do get a girl and she's not into that weird shit that you've programmed yourself to expect, you're going to be very disappointed with real sex. And then you're just going to spend the rest of your life alone. Those OnlyFans girls ain't going to make you a sandwich. So, yeah, fellas, just stay away from. Plus, I mean, I never got addicted to porn, but I guess a lot of people do. And it turns like it causes a lot of problems. I mean, look, there's nothing wrong with fetishes. I mean, what happens between, even though I, I have some fetishes myself. Um, so I'm not trying to kink shame anybody, but um, even though I might think whatever their fetishes is totally disgusting, what happens between two consenting adults is between them, at the end of the day. But sometimes people can't leave it at that. You were exposed to porn at age 7, man. See, I had some. Oh, speaking of girls, I would like to do porn with. Hey, what's up, Daniel? Yeah, we are hunting wabbits. Squirrel. I just lost my train. I always lose my train of thought when Danielle enters the chat. What the fuck was I saying? Yeah, see, with ghosts, when I was a youngin', I had older cousins. And back then there was no internet, so the pornography had to be chiseled out onto stone tablets. And I had older cousins that would show it to me, and when I started getting to be, I don't know, 12, 13, I started really, I wanted to see that shit. And yeah, it's not good. Yeah, I miss Little Tard too. As annoying as she was now, because she always had to stay between my feet, and it's only been a couple days, but I'm just used to her. Every time I go to my mom's house, she's always standing on the step waiting for me, and she's not now. So I tell you what, though, it I mean, I'm an old farm boy. I've killed probably thousands of animals, because I don't really hunt anymore, but uh, so animals are a commodity out here. So it's just it bothers me that Little Tard dying bothers me so much. At the end of the day, it's just a fucking cat. But at least I'll have a nice meal. Oh, what do we talk? Ball gags? Squirrel? I'm down. I'd rather talk about ball gags than Little Tard right now. 18. Holy shit. Because people should be free to sell their body. I agree with that. In my opinion, like I've never gotten a prostitute, never really felt the need, but um, almost all prostitutes right now are trafficked, and I hate for the government to be involved in more than they already are. But if prostitution was legal, you wouldn't you wouldn't have as it. People are still going to get trafficked no matter what, but um, like they wouldn't have to have a pimp, at least not in the context like it is now. If you have it regulated, and again, I hate for the government to be involved in anything, but if they get tested for diseases every month or every week, whatever, um, and that they're not being coerced into it or forced. I mean, not all sex trafficking victims are held at gunpoint. They get groomed into it, they get talked into it, or they get themselves in a situation where they're homeless or whatever, and oh yeah, I'll keep you in a hotel, I'll give you all the drugs you want. All you gotta do is blow dudes for me. And then they get in a situation that they can't get out of. If prostitution was legal, it wouldn't eliminate that, but it would help with it. Yeah, sex work and trafficking are different. Yeah, it is the world's oldest profession. It's because guys are suckers. Don't be a simp, but even if you're not a simp, that's like the one way. If you can cook and deep throat, there is nothing a guy won't do for you. I mean, I when I was young, a friend of the family, we were all shocked as hell because he got busted for prostitution. But uh, him and his wife were like the couple. They'd been together for 30 years, and it's what couples should strive to be. But uh, one day we find out that he got busted getting a prostitute. But the thing was, is his wife had some medical issues, and she couldn't she couldn't have sex anymore. So um, well, we were like, oh, they're going to end up getting divorced and blah blah blah. But she knew about it, and she actually encouraged him, and then he ended up getting busted. Jeff got donos for his 200 prostitutes. Yeah. That's something else I was going to say. I People started sending me money because of Little Tard, and I 100% appreciate it. But it's not a money issue. If they like, there's no vet bill. She just died, in her sleep. There's no vet bills. There's nothing. Um, so it's not a money thing. And I took extra care to make sure it didn't sound like it was a money thing. So if anybody wants their money back, uh, I have all you gotta do is tell me. I got no problem sending it back to you. I haven't spent any of it, but I 100% appreciate that people just send it. How about men? Oh, trust me, be kind. Men use their hands a lot, but it's not the same thing. Like it's it's not the same thing. It's like, would you rather take a trip down the road on a bicycle or in a drag car? I mean, that's a question to the dudes, but yeah, there's no substitute for the feeling of warm boobies. Like, there's just no way to, no amount of jerking off can compensate for that. And I know I'm gonna get called a pussy here, but like, there's also, I mean, I don't imagine there would be like an emotional connection with a prostitute, but like, guys need that emotional connection sometimes also. It might only be for, you know, 3 to 20 minutes, but it's not just about the sex all of the time. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Uh, I think Danielle's trying to tell us she's into anal. I'm not sure what that means. I'm not too proud to admit I like to cuddle. Oh yeah, that you can get AI girlfriends now, probably boyfriends too. But that's another thing that's gonna keep humans away from each other. You think COVID was bad, and I mean they already have sex robots, but they're just gonna keep getting more and more realistic. Well, like I said, be kind. I've never gotten a prostitute. It's just not my thing. But I can understand. Like I understand why guys do it. Oh, I'm getting old fast enough, Danielle. Your ex had 3 heart attacks. Not even think about doing anything with him. But what a way to go. I mean, it'd be creepy for you, but damn, I want to go out coming. Yeah, as soon as those robots can make a sandwich, it's over. And they probably can. Tommy is breaking artifacts at the New York Egyptian Museum, snorting Gillette shaving foam from Kanye West mansion as Ryan. I'm pretty sure that Meth Claus is AI. Meth Claus is probably somebody's AI girlfriend. No way you can come up with that shit with a human mind. Robots can't be like you guys. That's a fact. Yeah, you won't. Yeah, AI girlfriends are, in my opinion, it's fucking pathetic, but it's getting pretty damn popular now. I think going on OnlyFans is pathetic too. These guys are like, "Oh, I'm talking to this OnlyFans model. She really digs me. She really likes me." Yeah, quit giving her money and see what happens. It's probably not even her. Most of the time, people with big platforms like that, it's not really them you're talking to in the DMs. I mean, it's really no different than going to the titty bar. You go in, you spend way too much money, and they give you all kinds of attention as long as you're paying them. You know, dudes who just, oh, let's go to this titty bar or whatever. These girls really like me. Yeah, it's because you're tipping them $20 every 8 minutes. Quit doing that, and we'll see how good a friend you are then. Oh, you're damn right, CWS. They definitely are dating mining, data mining you. I mean, in that aspect, it's that aspect's not really different from a real life girlfriend because they're both going to grab your credit card information as soon as possible. Here, the beer tastes better at strip clubs. I don't drink. I can't stand beer. I can tell you their hard liquor stuff is very weak and very expensive. So I don't really know much about the beer there, but when you got boobies in your face, everything seems better. Oh yeah, like what if somebody hacks your sex robot? You know what I mean? Then they got video of you. I mean, if you think real women are temperamental, wait till somebody hacks your sex bot. Guy on Facebook made virtual strip clubs. Well, that don't surprise me. There's probably a bunch of them. Try Danielle. I will carry your boobs around anytime you want. I'll carry them around all day for you. I know, like my son's mom was pretty well endowed, and she had a lot of back problems because of it. And I hate shopping. I fucking hate shopping with a passion, especially clothes shopping for other people. But I've been in the trenches, man. I've seen how hard it is for an endowed woman to find a bra that fits right. I took her to man, I forget the name of the place now. Um, anyway, I asked her what she wanted for Christmas. Her birthday and Christmas are the same day, so she always gets fucked. You know what I mean? So I always tried to. I would usually buy her birthday present in the summer, and then just do regular Christmas or whatever. But anyway, I asked her what she wanted for Christmas, and she said, I want a bra that fits." And I'd been bra shopping with her. It said, "No, going bra shopping with Tiggle Bitty sounds awesome, but it sucks." Um, so I know how hard it is to find bras that fit right. And anyway, she said she wanted a bra that fits right, and she knew of a place that made custom bras, and they were regular bras aren't cheap. Um, but shit, this was back in like 2000 and I don't know, like 2006 or something like that. Uh, yeah, $200. I got her two of them, but she really liked them, so I guess it was worth it. What's going on, Rob? Custom bra equals all I have is a phone and bad eyes, so I can't see what your emoji is. Is that a cow? You're gonna get us both in trouble, Rob. 'Oh man, I missed a lot. Sorry, guys. I'm not intentionally dodging your comments. It's just I don't read very good. What's going on driving drunk in Las Vegas? Good sports bra. Yeah, I know they're expensive. I have no idea what they go for now, but three size. Yeah. Damn, CWS, that sucks. The link should be pinned if anybody wants to hop up here. Now, I'm not complaining, but every one of my live streams ends up talking about boobies and drugs. I'm not complaining. I'm actually pretty happy with it. It's just an observation. Yeah, they were talking about that earlier. Driving drunk in Las Vegas. Diaper Pred was making the guys gag. Oh, and guns. Yes, yes. Boobies, guns. I don't know. Those are tied for first, but boobies, guns, and drugs all day long. Except you can't have drugs and guns at the same time. You have Jeff's number, but you blocked the fool. I would not blame you. Jeff has put people that really tried to be his friend in bad positions by saying, "Oh, they can back up my bullshit," when they won't. I mean, that's kind of a bad thing to do to your buddy. Chicks with bikinis shooting guns. Yeah, like back when the internet was young, those videos were all over the place. Chicks in bikinis shooting machine guns and stuff. I don't know if they monitor somebody still making stuff like that, but there was a whole series of them. You could order the VHS tapes for 1995. Prank college. Oh, that'd be awesome. He's probably watching, so he'll know to look for it now. He says he doesn't, but he talks about stuff that's happened on here. Oh God, I don't even want to think about Savvy in a bikini. No thanks. Probably sucking himself. Yeah, if he could do that, he'd never go live. If I could suck myself, I wouldn't have any reason to go live ever. Savvy posted a video of NTF's cam slip in the places. Why you gotta be mean? Why not, Danielle? I forgot what I said, but um, like whatever you want to do, sign me up because I'm down. It's brother. Oh my God. I still want to know how they found that video. I'm sure that whoever found it, I've heard it was LARP, and I've also heard it was Haystack. I don't know which one it was, but they probably just recognized him. Like, oh, I know that guy. He's on the fucking gay porn channel that I watch. Feeding squirrel. Feeding squirrels to what? Someone that uses dude tube. Yeah, that's like of all the videos to find. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I would say it doesn't make sense, but it actually makes perfect sense. It could have been the officers watching this community. Hey, what's up, Dusty? Hey, little fucker is the man. I don't know if you heard about Little Tard, but Little Tard's no longer with us. Yeah, that's what they were saying, Dusty. Oh, he went to jail. Awesome. I'm sure I'm sure that poopy diaper will get him far. Kind of feel sorry for the CO that's got to pat him down, or depending on which jail you go to, most of them make you squat and cough. Uh, I would imagine they'll probably skip that part this time. Poop lube. Oh. So um, what happened with little Tard? I mean, she just was in her. I mean, she just looked like she was sleeping, except I could tell something was up. Um, so I yelled at her, and she didn't move. You know what I mean? And when I Rigger hadn't said it, she was still limp when I picked her up, but uh, I mean, it was too late. I tried to you know tried to revive her, but it was of no it just didn't work. So I don't really know the exact cause, but like she was a runt when she was born, and um, like my mom took her in the house and kept her in the house for a few days. Like she would bring the mother in to nurse her every few hours or whatever. And then when she started getting a little bit stronger, we put little Tard back outside with the rest of the litter. And like she became a house kitty a whole bunch of times. And at that time, I was like, why don't we just flush her down the toilet? It's just a fucking cat. But she wound up being one of the few cats that I ever actually liked. So I don't know. I don't know. I assumed that it was whatever. And she only got about half the size she was as the other cats in her litter. But she seemed like she was doing really good. She seemed pretty healthy, but she just laid down and didn't get back up. I wouldn't be surprised if, like, if you guys find, hey, Alex is a Alex is doing a live catch and he's at Clown Forces. Would anybody here actually be surprised? Who was it that uh, found Ed's brother's naughty tape? What was it? Was it LARP or was it gay gay snack? I mean, it doesn't surprise me that neither one of them would have massive collections of gay porn at the ready. FCC, did you contact Alex? Why? Why? Oh, probably to talk about Ryan. Yeah, I call him gay snack griper. LARP is one of the oldest trolls, and yeah, that is true. He's been around a long time. LARP knew Ed like before this community ever existed. LARP has known Ed for, or known of him anyway, for a long time. Well, here's the thing: like they can't really dump Ryan because the MV Cap channel technically belongs to Ryan, and him and Alex have a contract. I don't know what their contract says, but I know Ryan gets 5% of the total revenue. But having him attached to predator poachers is quickly becoming a bad look. I mean, it already was, but they might be stuck together by contract. Uh, Predator adjacent is a good phrase. Whoever thought of that, I salute you. Jeff can come up here. I want to finish. I talked to him on Jackoffs the other night, but I had Jackoff one of the things, and I always stay calm, but I didn't really get to the point because Jeff rage quit. But I got a lot more to say to Jeff and ask Jeff, but I doubt he has the balls to come up here. So I mean, I just out of respect for Jackoff, I kept it tame, but never really got to my actual point because I was building it all up to something. Remember when Ed was trying to take down Alex and Predator? What? I don't remember Ed trying to take Alex down. He tried to take Tommy down, but not Alex that I'm aware of. Yeah, Jeff, I know you're watching. I doubt you have the balls, but you're welcome to come up here. I don't usually let Jeff on here, but today I'll make an exception. Retro column. Wow. Yeah, he did when he first got exposed for having CP. And he let that girl up there to call him out, catfishing her or something. I don't think I saw that one. I don't remember that at all. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm just saying I don't like it. That doesn't sound familiar to me. I mean, if that happened, then fuck him for that too. Hey, what's up, Shauna? Alex isn't into this drama. Yeah, see, he used to hang out over here, but when shit started getting bad, he's like, no, fuck that. Which he's smart for. Shitty catch, but boom. Yeah, Alex has got his shit together when it comes to this kind of thing. I guess if people support Locke that thinks 14-year-olds are ready, then everything is fair game. Yeah, that's some weird shit too. Oh, Chuckles. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know that story about Chuckles. Okay. Now, Chuckles will do any. See, the thing is though, like Alex did all of that live. Like he called her up and pretended to be a lawyer. Yeah, I mean there was some other stuff too. Uh, but yeah, he did that shit live. He called her up, pretended to be a lawyer, and was asking all these questions about her dad, and yeah, it was funny. She got humiliated pretty badly on that one. But like that story was already known. Yeah, I do remember Panda. I do wonder whatever happened to him. He wasn't around for very long, but yeah, I do wonder what happened to him. Ryan is a panda. He wouldn't make a hair on Panda's ass. Yeah, it was he was around like 2019, 2020, somewhere around there. Like uh he started out pretty hot, but he just kind of fizzled. I know he was having some personal things. I don't know if that's why he stopped or what happened. General Sea Monkey's got my back. Hit that cash app, folks. I need some drugs. No, seriously, I need some drugs. Yeah, Dusty, it seems pretty unreal when you realize how long you've been around. Save a ba- Oh, I'd definitely save a. I would like to have a pet baby koala. I wouldn't want a pet baby Ryan. I definitely save the koala first. Koalas are endangered. Retards aren't. Rachel's boobs look like AK-47 ammo. Wow. 7.62 by 39, baby. Remember when Lala was on PvP Discord video and someone was trying? Yeah, yeah. I don't think we're gonna tell that story. Oh no, you can be critical of catchers and things they do without trying to take them down. That's not the same thing. Remember when Locksmith got mad in a catcher's chat and started saying he wanted, yeah, Cam. I very clearly remember that. And I tried to call Locks. Well, I mean, I did call him, but it didn't end well. Sterling. Now, there's a name I haven't heard for a while. I don't know. I don't. I don't know whatever happened to him. Yeah, Sterling. Is that one? He was kind of sus, if I remember right. If I'm thinking of the right guy. What's going on, Little Caesars? What's shaking? Get it? What's shaking? Nah, never mind. Saturday had a 6-hour standoff. Oh, I don't know anything about that. But yeah, I remember my memory sucks, but I remember that pretty clear. I wasn't watching at the time, but people started hitting me up. Oh, you got to get into cams. You got to get into cams. So God damn it, I don't like. I just didn't. Whatever. So I went in there, and yeah, there's Locke threatening to off everybody, and then uh, at the time I didn't have Locke's phone number, so I hit him up on Instagram because a female reached out to me. She's like, "Hey, I think Locke's, gonna end himself because I just talked to him, and you guys are, good friends, and we really weren't. Uh, but I called him up, to try to stop. I guess had I known then what I know now, I wouldn't have called him. But um, so he just started threatening me, and he called me a bunch of names, which I don't care about that. Um, he called me the N word and a faggot. But anyway, I wasn't calling him for a confrontation. I was trying to calm his ass down to keep him out of jail or keep him from hurting himself or somebody else. And then he's like, I'm gonna grape all your girlfriends. And they weren't really my girlfriends. He was talking about a group of females that I used to hang out with here. And yeah, it got pretty nasty. And I don't record phone calls generally, and I didn't record. I've recorded like 4 or 5 phone calls the whole time since 2019. But I only did that because I knew these people were lying, and I had to be able to prove it later. So no, I didn't fucking record it. And later on, Locke just completely denied it. He's like, "Well, play it, play it." Well, I can't play it. I didn't fucking record it, and I never said that I recorded it. And we actually came to the conclusion that he was so out of his goddamn mind that he just didn't remember it. Which it's plausible, It wouldn't be hard to believe because he really was out of his mind with rage and whatever else he was on that night. Um, so we kind of agreed that neither one of us was going to talk about it anymore. But when he didn't think I was around, he was up there talking about it and lying about the situation. So I started talking about it again. Do I have any angels? Not talking about the fat one. Nope, all the angels. Well, I still talk to all but 2 of them. But no, all the angels got replaced or upgraded to sweethearts. But no, that's who he was talking about. Yeah, Section 15. That's my question. Also, is how long has Jeff had all of us under investigation? But I haven't heard anybody going to jail or even being interviewed by the cops. So, am I a man today? Wow. And now he's stuck with Sabby. Jeff claimed he did live debates with Jordan Peterson. Wow. It wouldn't surprise me if he said that. Used mattress from PHI. How you guys think of this stuff? Why do you think of this stuff? Yeah, it's Dr. Jeff to you peons. What Jeff is doing now is called elder abuse. They they could probably make a case for that. I don't know. But here's the thing, Janae did not lie. She didn't lie. She didn't. She just asked for a welfare check and told them exactly what was going on. It was not swatting. Well, I mean, Jason Casey and Nanya both said that they turned me into the feds, but now somebody did. Give me a second here. Somebody did actually report me, but they referred it to the local cops, and the local cops thought it was funny. But they turned me into the proper authorities. I mean, first they said I didn't have machine guns, and then they said I do have machine guns, but they're not legal. But neither one of yeah, I have machine guns, but they're all perfectly legal. Jenny, there are easier ways to get a body cavity search. Like you don't have to, you don't have to go through all this. Make a call to Jeff's neighbors, see if they hear any yelling, screaming, or any. They probably hear a lot. I mean, Jeff is a sloppy fucking drunk, and I heard. Oh yeah, I've got ARs. Just recently, I posted a couple of videos that has some. YouTube usually takes my full auto stuff down, and I had to put music over the one of them and take the actual sounds out. But you can see the muzzle blast and the shell casings flying out. So, but YouTube does not like rapid fire on their platform. Yeah, taking emergency professionals away is not. Yeah, But Jeff said he needed help. You'd like to know what Warbot has on Scabby with the Denver nothing with the Denver Post, but it said it was about lock sucks. You probably never know about it. Well, that's the thing. Warbot makes all these threats, but he never actually carries them out. So I mean, it just kind of depends on where you live. Out here, like for the whole county, like on the weekends they have more cops, but there might only be two county cops on duty at any given time. And when you live out in the middle of nowhere like we do, like it can take 90 minutes to get a cop. It don't matter what's going on. Like if there's an accident out on the interstate and they're tied up with that, it doesn't matter what's happening at your place. So they'll tell you if somebody's trying to break in, just shoot them. We'll come to clean it up later. All he does is get them to drag us worse. Sometimes, yeah. And I hate saying anything negative about Warbot, but like it's just there are things you can do with the time that probably still won't help, but yeah, it does sometimes make things worse. I hate to say that. Yeah, be kind. It's like, especially like the for everybody forgets how to drive on the first snow of every year, so there's always tons of slide offs and rollovers on the interstate. Now I've had to call ambulances for my parents like eight times since November. I've had to call ambulances for my parents, and they've always gotten there within like 20 minutes. But there are times where you're not gonna get an ambulance, you know, anytime soon. 1,800-mile round trip to your. Oh, that's awesome. Just pays for Jeff's hookers. Hey, I mean I don't really get hookers, but if my dad, I don't know. I don't know if I. Nah, probably not. Just the idea, and nothing against sex workers, but just, I mean, I like to go down on chicks, and I just wouldn't. Yeah, no. After she's already had 7 cocks in her that week, no, I don't want my junk anywhere near that. So it's just, nah, not my thing. Oh, that'll be awesome section. And Bill and everyone else losing a parent sucks bad. Yeah, still trying to accept it, especially a veteran and a cop. Damn, good soul. Yeah, like I know that. Um, I mean, I'm watching them decline by the day, and I know that once one goes, the other one is going shortly after because that's how that shit works. They've been together for well over 50 years. I'm not much into like we go up to the dunes up on Lake Michigan occasionally. I'm just not, especially I hate the ocean, man. Like I like the ocean looks awesome. It's beautiful. Uh, but then you get in the water and it makes your skin feel like, yeah, it's not my thing. Well, driving drunk in Las Vegas, somebody should probably tell Tommy you're not supposed to try on the diapers. I'm just saying. Oh yeah, Lisa, you're not far from the dunes either. I used to take the kids up there quite a bit. Yeah, we go up. Lake Michigan is right at the top of Indiana, so we go to the Indiana State Dunes. But on a clear day, you can see Chicago. Yeah, dead twist, but the internet, YouTube is full of monsters too. We used to have a cabin on the Ohio River. I really liked going down there. The Ohio River is a lot wider than what it what it looks like when you're trying to go across it in a canoe and a big freaking. That's how I'm pretty sure I did die that day because I thought, well, I can get over there before that giant fucking barge that they use to haul coal and steel and whatever with. No, I wasn't near as fast on that canoe as I thought I was going to be. I died in your Oregon Trail game. Well, I guess it's nice to know people are naming their characters after me. It should be pinned, FCC. Here, I'll throw you one out anyway. Maybe. What the hell? It's not letting me. Damn it. Hold on. It should be pinned. There you go. Try that. Come on. Yeah, well, Gen A, I'm just sticking around to make sure that they get the will right. Oh, man. you had to listen to none, you order Burger King. You'd be there for a long time, I would imagine. I actually don't know how much the ambulance ride is. I don't look at their bills. Um, they do charge for it, but I think their insurance pays for it. At least most of it. I don't really know. 2 grand, yeah, that sounds right. Hey, what's going on there, FCC? How you doing there, big guy?
Yo, how's my audio? Do I sound like a chipmunk?
It sounds kind of like you're in a garbage can, but it's we can hear you.
All right, hold on. Let me give me 1 second. Is that
Don't
better?
ask me how I know, but oh yeah, that's better.
All right. What's up, Bill? How you doing?
I'm not I'm not I'm not all that bad. What's going on?
Yeah, not much, man. Just been working. Home improvement, right? Um,
Fuck
Slaving away,
that.
painting, and doing all kinds of shit today. So
Oh, you're working on your house. Oh, okay, yeah, that's
yeah,
cool.
yeah, yeah, yep. Um, so hello to everybody in the chat. I know there was some conversation earlier about this. I don't know if people were talking about me in particular, of like trying to take down a catcher, Alex. But I want to be very clear.
Yeah,
Uh, I'm not trying to take down Alex. I think what I'm trying to do is wake Alex up. Alex claims to be, I mean, he's a catcher. He's one of our best catchers, if not the best. Um, and he claims to be against, pedos and CP. And so my confusion rests with why he promotes his catches on a channel that is owned by an individual that is Chomo adjacent, meaning this particular
yeah,
individual has chosen to talk with Predward Stairs well after both the first information drop and the second information drop, because he got his butt hurt and his feelings hurt about a potential dox of somebody. I don't even know who. And so he reaches out to a guy that literally had child grape on his phone, right, for information. So my question is like that gives predator poachers a black eye, you know.
yeah.
And I'm not being racist when I say that, but I'm like, when is Alex gonna grow a pair of balls and kick fucking Ryan to the curb? That's my question, dude.
Well, and it's a reasonable question, but they have a contract of some kind, and I don't know what that contract looks like. I would imagine if Alex could completely part ways with Ryan, he probably would have done it by now. You know what I mean?
I mean, any real smart business contract would include some kind of an opt-out clause if
Yeah,
one or the other parties were to be like disparaging of one another, right? And so I would say, like, for Ryan to be hanging out with and actively discussing information behind the scenes with a known holder of, child grape, would be harming to the brand of predator poachers, right? And there should be, if he had a good lawyer in his in written into his contract, an opt out clause where he could like separate himself. Maybe he had a shitty lawyer and maybe he's like locked into this thing with Ryan. But I'll tell you what, man, it's a bad look on Alex. He hasn't spoken out on it. And it's a bad look on not just PP predator poachers, but like Long Island, Illinois, all the branches of predator poachers. So I hope,
the
I hope
entire
this clip,
brand. Yeah,
I hope this clip gets clipped. I hope everybody hears it. Alex Rosen, you need to cut ties with Ryan, because Ryan, remember when Alex exposed Ed on that phone call, right? He basically did like
Yes.
a pseudo catch, right? And he was so passionate about it. But now that his, quote unquote business partner, he has been exposed to be actively engaged with Edward, right? And Alex's silence is incredibly deafening. Like, grow a pair of balls, dude. Take a stand, right? Or is it just all about the money, Alex? I don't know. Maybe it's all about the money, Alex.
Well, I mean, we know that there's money involved because Ryan gets 5% of whatever Alex makes on that channel.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe it's all about the
I,
money for Alex. I don't know. Maybe he'll grow a pair of balls and stand up for himself and do the right thing and kick Ryan to the curb. Ryan's done enough bullshit. I mean, obviously, Alex has roasted him here and again from time to time over lightweight shit. We get that. It's all funny. People get a chuckle out of it. But to know that one of your like what if Pablo or what if Gunther was talking to Edward, right?
right.
I mean, it's essentially the same thing. Ryan is a business partner to predator poachers. He is. And now the brand again is tainted, not just because Ryan's a doxing piece of shit, but because Ryan is now actively and continues to have behind the scenes conversations with known documented holders of CP that have had documented multiple counts of child rape on multiple devices, including device 13.
Yes, that is a fact. I mean, and
So if anybody
the
wants
whole
to come
thing
up
with
and
that
challenge me,
is
any of y'all, like any of y'all trolls in the chat, be kind, or whoever you want to come up, click the link, come up, let's have a conversation about it, because I've just been very clear about where I stand on this issue.
no, be kind. It is not a joke. It's a fact. Ryan admitted to it and defended it rather
This
passionately.
bitch is fucking slow, dude. This bitch is slow.
I mean, Ryan said that he contacted Ed to get to find out who Big Moose
Multiple
was, but by
times.
the multiple times, but by then everybody already knew who Big Moose was. Like, of all the people he could have reached out to, he picked somebody who
Ryan
is
was
a known
talking to Ed as
possessor.
recent as January of this year.
Yeah, and worried about, and I don't mean to sound cold, but worried about somebody that had already, the damage was done. They'd already been doxxed, and she's no longer amongst the living. So what does it really matter?
Yeah. So anybody wants to come up and have a conversation about it, we can debate it. I guarantee you're going to lose. Ryan is self-exposed himself because he was worried that somebody knew that he was talking to Edward, so he got ahead of it, right?
Yeah, who? So somebody said in chat that somehow they knew that Ryan had been talking to
Well,
Ed, and
I
then
mean,
Ryan just.
we can. A lot of people knew, Bill. A lot of people knew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so he got spooked, and what do bitches do when they get exposed? They rat themselves out. So he ratted himself out, right? And
Big time.
and it's disgusting, man. It's disgusting for people to be dragging people for years and years for having been on Ed's panels well before any of this information was dropped is one thing. But to know that like people like Ryan have been talking to Edward as recent as this year, Edward, as this year, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And people are just gonna ride it. They're gonna ride it off. They're just gonna like let it go, and that's fine. I don't really give a shit about what people do in this quote unquote community. You know, people want to protect chomo adjacent incels. That's on their own accord. They can do that. But what I'm saying is for predator approachers as a brand, and they want to come out and be like this anti-pedo, you know, anti-child harming organization, when Ryan is attached to the hip of Alex and predator poachers via the Envy Cap channel, is straight up bitch shit, dude. So I'm calling Alex out. You know, Alex needs to grow a fucking pair of balls, you know?
Yeah, it's definitely not a good look.
It's a terrible look, dude. It's a terrible look.
I mean, when Alex first went into business with Ryan, uh, Alex's channels had all been nuked. But now that he got his one back and he's grown some more, I don't know if he still even needs Envy Cap. He could just make a couple of announcements that, hey, we're all switching over to my main channel, so don't even worry
Yeah.
about Envy Cap anymore. You're gonna have to go.
Yeah.
It's not that hard of a thing, you know.
It's not. It's not. And if Alex really cared about the kids, he would do that. And so now it appears like to the outsider, if you were to explain this to any like person walking off of the street, right? They call it the layman, right? They would be like, "Oh, that seems like a conflict, right? This person claims to be in business for protecting children, yet at the same time, they are openly associating with someone who has been known to harm children, right? There's a
Yeah,
conflict." Yeah. So
it is.
that's all
Yeah,
that I'm
I
saying.
agree.
I just wanted to be very clear about what I was saying. I'm not trying to take Alex down. I have no power to take Alex down, but I can call Alex out, you know, and say like, dude, it's not a good look for your brand, you know, not at all, you know. And if you don't say anything and you pretend that this thing never happened, it shows that like Alex has turned into what he always blamed Tommy to be about, which is just the money and the views, you know, which is really fucking sad for the entire community.
Well, if anything, you're doing the opposite of trying to take Alex down because, I mean, Ryan keeps doing really sus stuff, and the more stuff he's like he's just gonna keep doing shit, and the more it grows, and the more people that know about it, the worse it looks for the Predator Poachers brand.
Yeah, I
So
mean he's done a lot of weird shit, and I agree with you, but I think for the red, you know, the red button is the fact that he's, you know, self-admitted to continuing to talk with Predward Stairs, you know, um, and so have other people, you know. We know Nunya has, we know Nevermore has, and somehow like, you know, people here that are in your chat like we are the Edvidians, right? I'm like, bitch, nobody over here has talked to Edward, dude. You know, a lot of us since the first drop, some of us since the second drop. But those people, they continue to talk with Edward behind the scenes. And I'm sure there's more of them, you know. They always say where there's smoke, there is what?
fire, baby.
That's right, dude. That's right. That's right.
I think
So
what's the name of that newer channel? I'm not sub to it, but all he do is well, I mean, all Nani does is replay that stuff. But
I don't know, man.
what's the name
I
of
don't know.
that newer channel? They just replay Ed stuff. So like that's either got to be Ed or they're doing it with Ed's permission if
I'm
he's
pretty
not
sure it's Ed. I'm
striking
pretty
that
sure
channel.
based on what I've heard and you know, people have contacted me about it. That's a channel that's run by Ed, and they're all over there, dude. They're all
Yeah,
over there, man. Which is crazy, right? Yet we're the
yeah,
Edvidians. I don't. I think I know of the channel you're talking about, but I've never chatted in there. I think I popped in one time, um, and based on everything that I've heard, you know, we've triangulated all of our data, and it looks like that is clearly an Ed channel. You know, and they're all over there chilling with Ed, right?
yeah. If
Crazy.
Ed's not striking it, it's either him or somebody that's in bed with him.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Anyhow, I just wanted to come up and clear that up because I think there might have been some confusion about some of the comments that I'd made about Ryan still, being in conversation with Predward Stairs, Ryan being not a chomo, but being chomo adjacent, meaning being close to a chomo. And then, lastly, and when it and fucking make a move, dude, and, I mean, I'm one person, I'm not everybody else, but I'm not going to support their fucking shit anymore, dude. Alex can go out and catch as many chumlets as he wants, but if he feels like it's appropriate to have somebody associated with his business, his reputation, his brand, that is actively talking to individuals that have child rape on their phones, then Alex, that's on you, dude. So that's what I got to say. I hope I was clear, Bill.
Very. And the people that were saying that probably know exactly what's up, but like they like to rewrite history around here sometimes immediately.
For sure. Yeah. So I think we cleared it. We cleared it up now. All right. Well, I got to get back. I got to get back to my my housework here. I got some stuff to do.
Thanks for.
But yeah, man. Thanks for going live today. I've been listening in the background. So and if you stay live, I'll continue to listen. If I finish up, maybe I'll come back up. But yeah, man. Good shit, Bill.
All right. Thanks.
Later. Bye, chat.
All right. Who's next? Is Pred still going live on his main channel? No, not that I've seen. The last time he tried that, it didn't go very well for him. And I don't, as far as I know, this new channel is replaying his stuff. As far as I know, nobody's actually gone up on panel and said anything, which is part of the reason I think it's probably Ed himself. And it just seems like Ryan enjoys talking to chomos. He claims that he's decoying all the time, but he hardly ever catches anybody. So, like, why is he talking to chomos all the time and not catching them? Damone, if that's the real Damone, I thought you were gone for good this time. All right, we'll throw the link out here. I gotta kill some time because FCC's a sucker one that said he might come back up. I'm not gonna stay up all night though. You're in and out. I've heard that about you. This place is it's a bad addiction. It's like being addicted to anything else. You know it's bad, and you know you shouldn't do it. And you can get clean for a little while, but at the end of the day, an addict is always an addict. Hey, what's up, Tanya D? You and the Mexican. You're confusing me now. You and your proper grammar and all that bullshit. You're cooking up. Y'all stay tuned. Oh, I'm intrigued. You might say I'm moist with anticipation. Is rumor true someone made a GoFundMe to get Nanya a Microsoft Office subscription? Jeff says that they cannot confirm or deny that rumor, but she has kind of a permanent grift going on. Oh, by the way, y'all gotta remind me to post this shit. Somebody updated Wikipedia to include non-unite. It's in the cult section. It says that it was posted by Hoax Wars, but I cannot confirm if it's the real Hoax Wars. See us when and where, Damone, on your channel, or just just give us the deets, man. Yeah, everybody knew that. I mean, most people. It took me a little bit longer, but a bunch of people already knew that Big Moose was tech, and by the time Ryan reached out to Ed, everybody knew. All right, Damone. Well, we will keep our eyes peeled. Yeah, make me a happy man. You can either hit my Cash App or send nudes. I'm good with either one. Can you grift here? Absolutely. As long as you say it's a grift and don't try to bullshit everybody, you can absolutely grift here. For the love of God, thank God somebody dropped Todd's Cash App. Ryan's crack OSINT team couldn't help for shit. Yeah, I didn't think about that, Billy, but you're right. They really are not very good at it. Yeah, he went to 3 different houses and didn't know how gates work. I heard that Ryan changed the light bulb yesterday all by himself, or maybe it was earlier today, but I've not heard how it turned out. Oh, it's a myth. I mean, Ryan probably called Ed up and was like, Ed, how do you change the light bulb? What's going on, Sea Monkey Jeff? Is this where the sea monkeys hang out? Hell yes. Black version of Butterbean. Holy shit. So has Mitch been live or on any panels since he got doxxed and exposed and whatever else? I'm I'm thinking not because he just in chat. Yeah, but I know that there's a fake Mitch running around in chats too. So do you know for sure that it was the real Mitch? That figures he can dish it out and do it to other people, but when it happens to him, he runs away. It doesn't surprise me at all. Who's the guy road tripping to Mitch's? Um, his last name happens to be Powell, but I don't know. I mean, it's not like I said I had family out there or anything. It's not like I have any cousins out that way that owe me a favor. It's nothing like that at all. No, but really, I really don't know. I've seen the video that's been going around, but I don't know anything other than that. Oh, you made bail? Awesome. But if you had to make bail, you didn't follow my instructions completely because that's guaranteed. That instructional video is guaranteed to work every time. Yeah, I heard Ryan wanted to take a trip to the sun, but he's gonna wait till nighttime when it's cooler. How long we been at this? Almost 3 hours. Eh, we'll do the whole three, I guess. Link should be pinned if anybody wants to come up. Jeff's penis cancer. Well, didn't he say he had a brain tumor? I mean, for him, penis cancer and a brain tumor are about the same thing because he's a dickhead. Cassidy Campbell's hilarious. Wink, yeah, the Winkster. That Winkster character is hilarious too. Nani screwed up and said she used to put sun in her blonde hair when she was younger. The chick is up. Yeah. I mean, I think Biden said it best when he said, if you ain't black, you're not black. You had a catastrophe. What happened, Danielle? Yeah, y'all, if you're in the middle, you definitely. Probably everybody here has uh, already heard Swept to Sea, but if you haven't, You definitely need to check them out. They're actually on tour right now. They use Afro Sheen, not Sunnin. Well, it's probably just the way she talks. She's probably trying to say something, but she's a redneck that tries to talk like a hood rat, and it doesn't mesh out real well. Fight them back, Danielle. That's the only way they'll learn. All right. Good night, Miranda. Oh, he said have a good night. All right, yeah. You have a good night also. Yeah, I mean, Danielle, there's a right way and a wrong way to bite pussy. Son, and see, I don't know that much about hair care products. I dated a girl years and years ago. She was white, but she had very curly blonde hair. She used something called pink protection or something like that. It was for black people, and that's about the extent of my hair care product knowledge. Let your soul glow. What kind of happy bullshit is that? See, I've never even heard of Sundin. I don't watch TV, so therefore I don't see commercials. Dead skin cells on Fleetwood Mac drum kit. Damn. Coming to America. Oh, I've seen. It's been a long time, but I actually have seen that one. Oh, that's right. Rob usually has crabs. That's the real Rob though, because it's modded. But yeah, Rob is notorious for his crabs. I think maybe he took my advice. I told him to shave one side of the pubic hair and set the other side on fire, and when they run out, you stab them. Well, ladies, I make my own hair care products. If you want to try it out. Yeah, FCC is shriek worthy at times. I like blondes. I've always liked blondes. It's not mandatory, but I've always been partial to blondes. I have long hair, and I have I don't even know the name of it. I don't have a leave-in conditioner, and then a little bit of gel, and I'm good. What's going on, alter ego? Are you my alter ego? Geez, Danielle, you're such a pervert. I can't even believe you sometimes. I mean, I try to be a gentleman when they say, don't get it in my hair. I really try. I really try not to get it in their hair, but it doesn't always work out. A coffin with solar panels. Now that's a genius idea. Okay, so you are an alter ego, just not mine. I got it. Huh. I never considered that Jeff might be a tranny, although it does answer a lot of questions. Oh, Jen A hitting back with the good old TFYS. Predator. Yeah, Dead Twist dropped the Predator Poachers Locals link. Awesome. They were talking in the chat earlier. If you guys don't know already, I guess they caught a pred that was wearing a diaper and actually shit himself on the catch. But he went to jail, so it's all good. That's right. If you hit my Cash App for today only, I will send you a sample of my best handmade hair care product. I be turning that shit out like butter sometimes. And a free boot pick. Holy crap. You spread me thin there, Dead Twist. It's gonna have to be a boot pick because I don't feel like shaving my toes. Y'all need to hit my Cash App though, because for less than the price of a new car every month, you can help a downtrodden sea monkey. Our plight is real. You really should respect. I mean, we can do cocaine underwater. How many organisms do you know that can do cocaine underwater? I think that ought to be worth something. Something about God, that movie's hilarious. It's true though, you really don't want to go out with a loaded gun. That is a fact, y'all. If you go to the Dramagram, I think it's FBC_lies. There is in fact a picture of Christy. I'm sure it's her because of the caption. I didn't add anything to it. Um, hey, thanks, Jeff. But yeah, Christy's always talking about how she has 3 tits, and then in my Threads thing, Threads is insane, y'all. I might actually get rid of it, but um, yeah, it's definitely her. About the age is about right. Says she's from America, blonde, 3 titties. It's got to be her. But if you go look at the story on the Dramagram account, you'll see it. And there's Dead Twist with the link. Thanks, Twist. Hey, thanks for the dono, Jeff. I appreciate it. Sea Monkey Jeff, not the weird Jeff. That's why I always clarify. And man, this person always donates, but I don't know. I don't want to shout their real name out, and I don't know who they are on YouTube. But thanks, thank you. That person's actually donated a lot. If you're, I mean, I know you're in the chat, but if you want to say that's, I mean, either way, I'm good. I just don't. I'm not going to say your real name, and I advise you to actually change that, and that goes for everybody, because that's how Sabby was collecting people's names when she was running the thing for yeah, Arizona. That's how she got some people's real names. So if you don't want your real name known, change it. You can change it on your Cash App. You knew a guy with 3 tits once? I knew a guy with 3 testicles, but the problem was the extra one was on his forehead. Am I going to buy a ball? If I get enough. I think we're about halfway there. We got enough to get a nice bowling ball. Yeah, remix. Go eat Nanya's dick. Hating cheetah dust. Awesome. I don't know. Real honestly, I shouldn't buy an 8 ball, and I wouldn't right now anyway, because it doesn't matter how much I get. Like it doesn't matter how much you get. You're going to do all of it without stopping, whether it's a gram or a full 8 ball. There's no such thing as leftover cocaine. Even if you're like, I need to chill out and save a bump for the morning. Nah, 2 8 balls. Holy shit, that's a lot of coke. Man, I never stayed on it long enough to actually get hooked, but when you go on like a 3 day run, whew, that next couple days afterwards is horrible. I can see how people get, because you don't want to feel like that. It's horrible. Nah, don't, Rob. It's not really fun. I make it sound like a lot of fun, but it's really not. It just makes you think it's fun, Not that that makes any sense, but I actually strongly advise nobody to ever try it, especially nowadays. Like it's everybody's putting the fentanyl in it, which back in the day you had to pay extra for that, and it was like a bonus. Call it speedball, but yeah, Dusty, if you're gonna do anything, stick with the THC. I mean, my favorite kind of weed is cocaine. Well, we got to titties earlier, and now we're getting into the drug talk, like clockwork, baby. Still shocking that some panel degenerate thinks he's gonna back Alex into a corner. Well, I mean, you never know. Hardcore drugs and firearms don't. Yeah, that's a fact, Jenny. Drugs and guns do not mix. I mean, they do, but uh, bad things can happen. If I know I'm going to be getting fucked up, I put my guns away. Alcohol and guns. Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you're gonna be shooting guns and drinking alcohol, as long as you have Freebird playing in the background, you're fine. Of course, Jeff. Yes, I have seen the movie Blow. I like that movie with Johnny Depp. Actually, um, I guess Jeff is in that movie. Not the Jeff in the chat now, but uh, the lesser Jeff. Peasants is a good name. I mean, it's pretty much true. What I just do. Yeah, we need to give the lesser Jeff a different name because I don't like the idea of him contaminating Sea Monkey Jeff. All right, y'all. Last call for the link, and I'm gonna hang this up because we've talked about boobies and drugs and guns, and that pretty much makes the panel. I mean, I probably didn't hit on enough of the females, but that's okay because I've gone over a few times. Can we talk about your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ? Now, yes, we can do that, bad guy. Preach to us, baby. Yeah, Shauna. I don't usually stay live this long, but we were rolling with it earlier, so I never let a good booby or drug conversation go to waste. Oh, somebody was up here for like half a second, and then they dropped out of the basement. Try it again. I don't. I couldn't. They went so fast I couldn't tell who it was. Why is Bryden sleeping in a bush? Because he has to. I've not. Well, actually, I already saw. I've not watched Damone's video, but I've seen a different. Well, it's probably the same. I don't know. I'm gonna shut the fuck up before my big mouth gets me in trouble. But uh, I can confirm that Bryden is indeed sleeping in a bush. I just put it that way. It sounds like it's gotten out already. What's going on, White Claw? Getting in the shower, Shauna? Pixar, it didn't happen. I'm not talking about anything. Well, Dominique, he's probably jealous of Bryden's Cribs Bush edition. I mean, it's not like he didn't have plenty of warning that some shit was going to happen if he didn't change. What's going on, Constantine? Shauna, you said you were getting in the shower, and I said pics or it didn't happen. Yeah, Dominique, why are you so obsessed with that guy, huh? I bet he doesn't smell as good as Constantine. Dominique insists on fresh gay dudes. All right, Shauna, have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, White Claw's right. When Jeff and I were arguing, he did say that Constantine has good hygiene and that he smelled really nice. Uh, I mean, you can do what you want, Constantine, but I would not be showering with Jeff ever again because he tells. Holy show, damn! Thank you. All I can see is a little preview of that picture, but thank you. I haven't actually gotten any. Oh, I'm making it sound like it was Shauna. It's not Shauna. Uh, hey, if that's the real you, I'll be calling you later. Well, I mean, look, bad guy, you can talk about your buddy's hygiene and in a positive way, but it kind of depends on the amount of conviction in your voice. You know what I mean? And Jeff just he had a lot more conviction in his voice when he was talking about how good Constantine smells than he does when he's talking about God. Well, Constantine has nice uh, um, eyelashes. If he's the one that sent that, yeah, eyelashes. That was it. See, Jeff's hair is so greasy and nasty. Yeah. He's showing off his hair, but he's getting pretty thin on top. And those of you all that go into Jeff's chat, uh, just make sure you remind him that he's getting pretty thin on top. I don't think he realizes it, and remind him of it a lot. Well, Dusty, it's all about presentation. I bet your eyelashes aren't that nice either. And I'm not eyelash shaming by any means. I'm just saying. Your Jeff got swatted again? Not not that I've not heard anything about it. Not since Gen A swatted him, if that's what you're talking about. But it wasn't really a swat. You're not banned yet, Community Remix. Eyeliner pencils. I mean, look, I guess I appreciate it when the guys, go to the trouble to put on makeup. I don't know. I'll rethink that part, but um, Like when women take so much time making sure their eyelash, they either put on fake ones or they just stretch their eyelashes out as long as possible. There is not a single man ever that has seen a girl walk into a bar and gone like, "Wow, check out her eyelashes." Oh, that has never happened. That's how you know women dress up for each other and not us. Cumbrellas. Sounds like Dominique speaks with experience. Yeah, Wendy, I don't know what that was, jizz or dehydration, but if you're gonna put your face on camera, look, you probably ought to look in the mirror first. I'm just saying. Dances to Tiffany. That would not surprise me either. Well, I mean, I really do. When a woman says don't get it in my hair, I really do try not to, but I guess the eyes are fair game. Now that I know that there is such a thing as cumbrellas, I guess the eyes are fair game now. I try to be a gentleman about that too, but sometimes it happens. Anybody who knows who Tiffany is, we are really aging ourselves. I don't think she was quite as well known as Cyndi Lauper, but I can see Jeff in a dress, you know, lip syncing. Girls just want to have fun. I can see, I can just yeah, it's happened. I promise you all, it's happened. Putting effort into your appearance helps your self-esteem. Do it for you. There you go. That's the best reason to do it, is do it for yourself. Thought the eyes were targets. Well, I mean, sometimes it just kind of depends on how willing she is to punch you in the balls. Because I've had that happen too. I think we're alone now. Yeah, I actually do like that song. Why? I don't know. You will message me after the stream. That's sure, go for it. Throwing punches means round two. There you go. I like how you think. You're gonna go far here. I can feel it. Is that who that is? I guess we'll find out. No better feeling when she come. Oh hell yeah, yeah. Every now and then you get fake eyelashes on your kneecaps. That actually makes me feel pretty. Okay, we talked about boobs, guns, drugs, appropriate places to put your jizz, fake eyelashes. I think that pretty much that's all of it, right? Well, I mean, I guess a fake lover is better than none, right? Had to run to the store. Oh, you went and bought you some fake eyelashes, huh? We gave you ideas. All right, y'all. I don't know who's going live next. I was kind of waiting to see if, yeah, I lost my train of thought. Squirrel. It's kind of waiting to see if the people were going to come back or come up, wherever they were doing, but it's already been over 3 hours. Talk about Chevys. Yeah, yeah, I kind of feel like, damn it, now people start talking again. What's up, Zippity? Later on, Zippity. No green lipstick. Yeah, yeah, green lipstick's kind of a downer. I like goth chicks, but I prefer black. Black or just classic red. I thought this was a shit show. All right, yo. If you can't be naked, be weird. Oh, yeah, is somebody else going live? I forgot to ask, so I can send you over. Yeah, yeah, no doubt. Come on, somebody, anybody, nobody. All right, I'm sure we'll figure it out. We're all up to the same people. All right, y'all. Stay fucking weird.